He's gonna name
Not
it
gonna
the
do
Hub.
that. I'm not.
It's our nightly activity together. My son's name is Magnum.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
Hello, Wikimaniacs. Welcome back to another Monday Reddit Readings. It's another episode hosted by your boy Sean. Got my co-hosts with me, Josh and Emo John. Say hi, friends.
I forgot Sean was hosting today.
I also forgot yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I messaged John. I was like, hey, is it me or you? And it's just we recorded the last 2 weeks worth of content so very closely together. I was getting mixed up. When was what?
And John wasn't there one time, so it was like, it was very mixed up for me in my head.
Yeah, same. But luckily for me, a lot of our most upvoted posts this week have been non-Am I the Asshole things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which has
over
been
the
surprising. It's never like that. For the first, at least I think for me, this has been the first time for me that this has happened.
Usually got to dig through.
Yeah, I've seen a slow trend towards that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it's just inevitable because there is more subreddits than Am I the Asshole, right? It's one subreddit versus them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
So
just
definitely still the most popular. Yeah.
Yeah, Am I the Asshole is still the most popular because every other episode not hosted by Josh is a tough listen, according to one star review.
Yes.
It only reminded me. I forgot about that too. But then, what do you call it? Me and Nancy were hanging out, and then we saw something that made like a millennial joke, and I was like, "Oh, babe, you haven't heard this yet, I don't think." But like somebody said we were fucking too millennial or whatever, and then I pulled up the review, and she got fucking mad. I was like,
She got mad?
Yeah, I was
Wow.
I was like, I don't care unless people are like coming at the guest or the co-host or whatever. Then I get mad. But like if they're flaming me, I don't care. But since she's not the host and it's like somebody flaming her husband, she's like, "Hey yo!" She got mad.
Hey,
I was like, Nancy's never mad.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Sienna's hit and
I
miss.
fucking love that.
Sienna will be like, either just roast me harder, or she'll be like, that's fucked up. One or the other.
Julia always go, you probably fucking deserve that shit. I'm like, damn.
Nancy usually is like either of those two.
Yeah.
Somewhere in
Like,
between.
that's fucked up.
But yeah, this time she was like, "Y'all can't help it. Y'all are millennials. What can y'all do?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like that's what we said."
And Julia probably be like, that's what you get for being ugly. I'm like, well, fuck me.
God damn, they didn't even mention my looks.
Like,
Damn.
what do I fucking do? I'm like that 50 Cent video. What I say fuck me for?
All right. Are you guys ready for the menu for today?
Yes.
Ready.
All right. I had time. And after John told me it was me, I found links, made little titles that didn't give away the whole thing. So here we go.
Gold star.
Wow. A for effort. Story 1. A father wants to name his kid after Reddit?
Oh my.
Seabat
Like the kid's name is
Rodriguez.
Reddit?
Seabat Ogtha
Oh,
Sanchez.
no.
Holy shit.
Story 2. We have a husband explains how his wife fell in love with him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Story 3. A man's heart winces in pain at the sight of a stranger's smile.
Is it a white guy smile?
Pain?
Winces in pain at the sight of a stranger's smile.
I'm so guilty of that. The white guy smile. Where you just
I do it all the time too. Like,
No teeth?
the
No
no
teeth.
teeth smirk.
How's it going, bud?
Every time on my walk, I do it at least once.
and
then-
not gonna lie to you, every time like I say hi to like white people at my work, it's always a nod down. But when I say it to like my other ethnic friends, it'd be like
Anybody with melanin, it's a chin up.
anyone with melanin, it's like A. But when it's a white person, I'm like,
Hello.
With a smile. Howdy.
Hey. Hello.
What would you do for me,
Sorry.
John?
Nah, I'm hugging you, brother. Like
Oh,
first
damn.
time,
It's a
I'll
dab.
dap you up. You a brother.
And then the last story of the day is a woman visits her boyfriend's ex.
Her boyfriend's ex. Ooh. Okay.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Could be bad.
Potentially juicy.
Okay, so forewarning, it's like two really short ones, one sort of short one, and then one just epically very long, just so long.
I like every
what she
Sean episode comes with a caveat.
Yeah.
of how long the stories are.
These were the most upvoted ones, so I had to and like go down to like get some like small ones just to equal it out, because there's no way I can read all of the very extremely long ones, guys.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, right? The long ones.
Yeah,
The long ones are just too big,
super
too
mouthful.
wide. There's just no
it's
way.
like your jaw hurts
You
afterwards.
can't fit it all in.
Exactly.
These are all quotes that I've never heard myself, because again,
Uttered towards you.
y'all know the vibes.
It's usually quite the opposite.
Micro
for me too.
daps. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. How do we do that? Here's my strong hand.
Yeah. Just the pinky knuckle
The
up. Like,
pinky. There you go.
yeah, there it is. Micro
Just the
dabs,
tip.
baby. No, that's the whole thing, Josh.
Micro D energy.
All right, are we ready for the first story, boys?
Oh, let's
Ready.
do it.
After that shit, let's do this.
This is cross-posted off my chest, cross-posted by Swaggio11. This is a father wants to name his kid after Reddit.
Oh no. Like the snoo or whatever the Reddit mascot is.
Come here, Tifu.
Come here, Octa.
Poop knife,
If
get
your
over
name
here.
if your name's him Tiffany, fucking die.
Oh shit. Are we ready?
Kevin.
I mean, Kevin.
Yeah.
Tells about short stories about Kevin. Jesus Christ! Why?
Hey
would you
asshole,
do
get
this?
over here.
I mean, granted, I would probably end up calling my kid that someday.
Your kid, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck.
My 34-year-old female partner, 33-year-old male, are at the hospital currently since I had a C-section. We have since been arguing over a name for the baby girl for a while. My partner suggested we name the baby a Reddit-themed name, since reading Reddit together is our nightly activity.
I'm not. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but I don't know if you have to name your kid after that.
I'm gonna name our kid TikTok.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous TikToker?
I don't know.
Damn, I don't even
Call
know.
me Chris? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll look
Is
it up.
the guy that did the Kendrick Lamar sound that was all over my TikTok?
Which one was that?
No, Call Me Chris is, she's like from BC. She's like the blonde hair.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea.
Anyways,
I'll look it up.
Reddit helped us to bond with each other to the point that we became a couple, as since we were just neighbors at first, and we were both divorcees.
That's kinda
Also,
sweet.
during
nice.
Christmas, Reddit came through for my boys from my past abusive relationship and helped save our Christmas. In his eyes, Reddit got us together, and Reddit came through for the children. He now wants to honor the app. The name that he came up with is Red Tilda.
Red Tilda.
Red for Reddit and Till for the subreddit where we share facts together.
Tip. What?
Today I
is it
learned.
subreddit?
Today I learned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Red Tilda.
Red Tilda.
That's I mean, I don't know if anyone has this name, but no shame if you have that name.
No, Tilda is in fact a great name. If you just take the Reddit out of it, Tilda,
Yeah,
no one would have any
Or
idea.
Matilda. Matilda's a cute name.
Or Matilda.
But Red Tilda?
Red
It's
Tilda
weird.
is wild.
Holy. You'd have to go by like Tilly or something like that, right?
I mean, Tilda is a perfectly normal name.
Sure.
Isn't that a famous actress? Tilda something?
Tilda Swinton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sure there's a compromise in here. Just take the red out or, something. Or add red as like a middle name. Something with red.
It's not
as
terrible.
a middle name. Tilda Red.
I only think of Pokemon when you name something red, though.
I think of that 70s show.
Oh, yeah. True. Actually,
Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Put a
Dumbass.
Put a slash on Matilda or something. Matilda slash, and so the slash is silent.
Just cross through.
R/Tilda.
R/ your last name.
Okay, so I understand that it's a unique name, and most people won't know that it's Reddit themed, but I will know. I'm thinking like maybe a classic name like Rose or something, but he is so stubborn about this that I'm starting to lose respect for him.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I have a couple days to sign a birth certificate. Wish me luck because I'm just over this whole situation. He's this close to being kicked out of the room, and will pick a name by myself. Hell, might even add my own last name at this point, because who would do this to their own daughter?
Yeah, that's a unfortunate situation. I know she's like, no one will know it's Reddit themed, but every time she tells someone her name, she's going to have to explain it and be like,
yeah,
listen, my parents are big Redditors. And that's just a horrible situation to put your kid in every time.
Red Tilda's pretty tough.
Just make it an agreement and go with Matilda or something like Sean said.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's a fine name.
John.
I didn't know if John was going to say anything.
I don't know.
John is like, I was going to name my daughter Red Tilda, and you guys are fucking chopping on this name.
He's going to name
not
it
gonna
the
do
Hub.
that. I'm not.
It's our nightly activity together. My son's name is Magnum.
Never used it. Wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's not a me joke. That's somebody else, obviously.
John's optimistically naming his son.
Oh God. Nah, it's. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, that is kind of like setting up your kid for over explanation.
Just awkward
down the line,
conversations.
Yeah, just awkward, like what? Why Red Tilda? Like it doesn't make sense. But I mean, granted, there's been unique names out there. Fucking what? Elon Musk baby is like weird equation looking name. So
Ash,
Yeah.
Axe 7 or something like that. Something crazy.
something like that. Isn't it Kyle? Is this supposed to be
I'm
Kyle?
all for
or some shit?
unique names, but it has to I feel like it should.
You
roll
have
off
to
the
know
tongue
your kid's
or-
getting bullied when you name them.
Yeah.
Such a and I'm not saying like I don't condone the bullying, but I just know kids. And I know that
It happens.
kids are going to be
Kids
cruel.
are
Look,
brutal.
Kids
Yeah.
chop kids for not having blue bubbles. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's,
yeah,
if you don't,
it doesn't take much.
yeah, it doesn't take much for a kid to chop.
Yeah. John's kid will be named Hubert, but it'll be like Hub and then dash Bert.
Hubert's if you're named Hubert, I'm sorry, but I would
Damn, why you chopping on Hubert, bro? What Hubert ever
sorry,
do?
Hubert. Or Hubbard, or whatever.
Hubbard.
What did he call?
Leave hubby alone.
Your name is Hubby?
Hey,
Why would you name
manifest it.
Hubby? Well, your dad's favorite pastime. is-
My dad's favorite nighttime pastime.
What's a melatonin? I just go on.
I was trying to think of a Tumblr name too, but I couldn't get there.
Yeah.
My name is Fuck Yeah.
Tumbleina.
My name is Fuck Yeah because my parents love Tumblr.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Are we ready for the second story?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
My stomach
Warning,
hurts.
this is the long one.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
All right, so before I hop into the second story, just a general trigger warning. One for dark thoughts, possibly suicidal thoughts. Two, stalking, gaslighting, manipulation. I think those are the two major ones, boys.
Yeah, I think
Am
those are the
missing
main
anything?
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
stalking is a big
Agreed.
one.
Stalking is
Huge.
the biggest one. But yeah, if you're just generally uncomfortable with that, heads up, this story is like takes up a good proportion of the time. So probably skip to like 50 minutes or so. And then we'll hop into that third story. All right. So before I get into it, this is a husband explains how his wife fell in love with him. This was posted on our subreddit from user live121006. They shared some screenshots from, I guess, a Reddit, but they don't show where the Reddit came from, or at least my dumbass can't find it. But our Wikimaniac said, I finally found this story after looking for it for ages. So this might be a Reddit classic for some, new to me. So we'll see if you guys know this one. Here we go. Are we ready to go?
Ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
Sean's not ready.
No,
I mean, I'm not ready, Sean.
Zoom in. I have to zoom into the thing and find it.
Oh, okay. Damn, you need glasses.
And there's fucking 6 tabs.
Holy.
Yeah, because there's screenshots and they're like vertical shots. So, you have to zoom in to read. Fuck you guys for judging me. Anyways.
I didn't say shit. The fuck?
Yeah,
you're right.
You,
John. Sorry. The end of the month is getting to me. Fuck you, Josh. Me and John staying it strong.
Yeah, you're fine. Take your time, buddy.
Melanin 5.
Spell out the words.
All right, here we go. Hello, all. I'm not sure where to even start. I am not a regular Redditor, but I do sometimes browse the site when I'm bored. I looked online to see if I could find any information regarding my issue. Well, at least not anything that was helpful for me. Never thought I'd be making this kind of post, but here I am. Apologies if this gets long, and it does. But I haven't really been able to gather my thoughts. Background. So I, 32-year-old female, met my now husband, 37-year-old male, who I'll call Dave, but obviously not his real name, about 5 years ago. We have been married for 2.5 years now. We have an adorable 20-month-old daughter.
20-month-old. Came out the womb, fucking taking shots.
God damn.
Just bang, steroid to the leg. Let's go. I'm ready to walk, baby.
Milk.
Shot of tequila.
That's what happens when you feed a baby muscle milk exclusively.
This is how Benjamin Button came out.
Yeah, exactly. We have an adorable 20-month-old daughter, and I am currently 4 months pregnant with our next child. We just bought a house a couple years ago in the suburbs outside of a larger metro area. Dave was an acquaintance of a coworker, Mark. So about 5 years ago, I started to see him frequently at the bar that we'd go get drinks at after work. I'll admit that at first I wasn't particularly attracted to him. Not that he's ugly or anything. He just wasn't the type that I was into at that point in my life. Anyways, when Dave started coming around, he would always try to chit-chat with me. It was obvious that he was interested, but I tried to decline his advances as gently as I could. He was persistent, and one night, after maybe one too many drinks, I agreed to go on a date with him. I remember the date started out a bit awkward, as our previous encounters had always been with a group, so this was our first time that it was just the two of us. Plus, I admit, again, I didn't really want to be there. I'd actually considered canceling, but I was having really bad luck in the dating department at that point. Parentheses, more on that later. So I decided that since I had no other plans, why not? Anyways, the date started out slow, and it was mostly Dave talking about himself for the first half. But then, after a while, he started bringing up some topics that I was interested in, such as a hobby and a particular cause that I felt very strongly about. The second half of the date was so much better, and I was kind of surprised to learn that Dave and I actually had some things in common. I was still hesitant, but decided to give Dave a chance, and although he definitely liked me more than I liked him in the beginning, our relationship slowly began to grow, and I eventually fell in love with him. Since then, I would say that we have a very good relationship. He is my best friend, an excellent father, and a great husband. Furthermore, he is a good provider as well. Once our daughter was born, he decided that it made the most financial sense for me to quit my job and stay at home. It was a role that I admittedly was not 100% on board with in the beginning, but when we looked at the numbers, it was just the most logical decision. Despite my initial hesitancy, I have since grown to love it. I honestly could not imagine having to spend so much time away from our daughter, but I recognize that because of my husband, we are in a very fortunate position to do so. I know that many families cannot live just off of one income. I don't want to give away too much personal information, so I'll only say that my husband works in IT. We are not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but we are able to live a modest middle-class lifestyle on just my husband's income. Except for the rare couples fight, things between my husband and I generally have been good. We get along well, and up until last night, I would say that my life is ideal.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Yeah, not too many
Red flags.
Yeah, just
Not
the classics. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, just the classic dating, woes and marriage woes. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's like that true crime meme that always shows up. Everything was fine until
And then black and
it
white.
wasn't.
The issue. This is the until it wasn't. Here we go.
Oh no.
Like many people, my husband has been working at home since the whole coronavirus mess started. So this must be older.
At least 2 years,
At least a couple
maybe.
years, yeah. That makes
potentially
sense.
3.
Because no one calls it the whole coronavirus mess
It's been
anymore.
It's been that long.
3
God
years, buddy.
damn. Holy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It took a little bit of adjustment, but it hasn't been too bad. My husband still works in IT, so his work hasn't been disrupted too much since he can work from home remotely. I think the change in environment has been the biggest issue, though. To stay connected, my husband has been meeting virtually once or twice a week with friends or coworkers, and last night he was playing games with his little brother, who we'll call Tom, a 30-year-old male, and a couple of his other friends. While playing these games, my husband had a few beers. He rarely drinks, but since the lockdown, he has been having 2 to 3 beers usually on a Friday when meeting virtually with friends or coworkers. This is not a problem, in my opinion, and I only mention it because he does not have that much tolerance for alcohol. This is relevant.
Lightweight.
Yeah, this is relevant because last night he had more than his usual 2 to 3 beers.
Ooh.
Took that fourth.
Took that fourth, and then the truth came out, buddy.
What is it? What do they say? Like the drunk mind is a sober soul or something like that?
I don't
Something
know if I
like that.
truly believe that. I think it's
There's
just
sayings. There's multiple sayings. Like, what you say when you're drunk is what you mean.
Yeah, I really
Something,
feel.
which isn't always true. Sometimes you just be saying
you
shit.
just say lettuce is not good for you.
Yeah, we were going through an E. coli crisis. Our friends could have died.
The man had a valid
Anyways.
point, not gonna lie.
Hey, yeah. All right.
I'm
So
on your side, Sean.
was that a Patreon? Only patrons know what that was about, I think. Right? Or did everybody know?
Was
no,
that
that
the
was
food
that
one?
was regular.
No, that was for
episode.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. All right. So after I put my daughter to bed, I checked my cell phone to see that I had a message from Tom's girlfriend. They've been dating for about 1.5 years now, and since they only live about an hour away, we frequently have double dates. I like Tom, and I like his girlfriend. So I was super excited when I opened her message to see that they were now officially engaged.
Hey,
It was a big
shit.
group chat, so it was filled with messages of congratulations. I noticed that in one message, Tom had written, "Big thanks to Dave," without, peek behind the screen, Wikimaniacs. I just ate a cookie and I think a pecan came back up. That was wrong. Anyways,
Ew. You're choking on those nuts.
yeah, always, nonstop. Tom had written, "Big thanks to Dave," without whose advice I would have never gotten this far. Personally, I thought it was very sweet and seemed like they were looking to us as an example. I immediately ran downstairs to my husband to talk to him about it. I knew he was playing games with Tom, so he obviously must have known earlier about the engagement. I sat on the couch and we started talking about how long Tom had been planning this out, how much the ring cost, when was the wedding, etc. It was at that point I noticed that Dave was a bit drunk, which I guess was the result of him, quote, celebrating his little brother's next step in life. While cuddling, I mentioned to him about what a good example that he was to his little brother, and that this is where it all began. The whole night was such a whirlwind that I don't even remember every little thing. But basically, Dave told me how he, quote, helped Tom make his girlfriend fall in love with him. I asked him what he meant.
Okay.
I asked him what he meant, and he went into this whole story that I had never heard before. He talked in detail about how he got me to fall in love with him, the true story about how we met, how we fell in love, and how our relationship blossomed.
Oh, no.
Dave was clearly drunk, and I was just so shocked that I could do nothing but stupidly smile and act like everything was no big deal. And I think this just made him open up more and more. The real story, according to my husband, is that he first found me on a dating site about half a year before we ever met. He claims that he initially sent me a message, but that I just ignored him. He looked kind of hurt when talking about this, but I told him that women get hundreds of messages a week on those sites, and there was just no way that I could have read through all of them, much less respond. He claims that I did read his, but gave him no response.
I mean, it's still the same thing, right?
Motherfucker remembers.
Got the receipts.
It's like I have an elephant mind.
I don't know. Tinder or whatever dating app they're on is like, it's like a different world. Like you do get like a lot of messages and you're like, I don't know if we'd click. So you just don't message back sometimes or whatever. And I don't blame her. If she wasn't that interested in him, then you don't have to message people. Like you're not obligated to.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of messages, Josh?
Hundreds, I'm sure.
I bet you thousands.
No, I had it for a long time. It was.
That's hundreds, guys. That's humble speak for hundreds.
I don't know if that's an accomplishment. I think that's just.
A gentleman don't kiss and tell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so he said that we ranked very highly in compatibility and we had a lot of the same interests, and that he, quote, just knew that we would make the perfect couple.
It's teetering on like, those rom-coms where you're like, is this a stalker or is this romantic?
Yeah. It's like love songs where it's like there's such a fine line between like
creepy.
One of my favorite tweets was like from some lead singer of some band. He was like, this was back when Justin Bieber verse was popping up. He was one less lonely girl, if you change like the speed of that song, can sound very serial killery. Like,
oh shit!
Like very like if you change the tone of the song, it could be a completely different song.
To be fair, he was underage, I think. So I don't know if he really.
Oh, true.
About
it's just any love song can be very change the tone and it could not work out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Back to OP's husband's story. So apparently, after being ghosted, he started to create, here we go, a bunch of fake profiles.
There it is.
No.
That's crossing the line.
He stole pictures of very attractive men from various social media profiles. He said he would make minor changes so as not to be reverse search. I never even considered that being a thing.
That's fucking insane.
He started to use these profiles to basically more or less catfish me. Over the course of a couple months, he was able to initiate conversations with me on numerous occasions with different profiles, and eventually, at some point, I guess I mentioned where I worked.
No.
He then said that he spent several hours searching through Facebook and LinkedIn before he found my picture.
This is stalking.
This is bad. At that point, he had my name and started hardcore stalking me online.
Oh my God.
He had created numerous social media profiles, some of which I accepted as friends/followers. So then he even had more ways to stalk my life.
That's fucked up.
After a couple of months, he started stalking me in real life. He said that he started going to hang out at the bar we always went to after work, and that he befriended Mark, a coworker of mine. Mark worked in IT like Dave, and although nice, he was socially awkward and a bit of a loner. I was always surprised when he would join us for happy hour because he usually would just sip on his beer and not say anything. Anyway, I guess Dave started talking to Mark and became his friend somehow. So then we'd meet for happy hour. Dave would invariably start to hang out with my group of coworkers and I.
Oh, no.
It seemed to work out well because Dave was pleasant and Mark seemed to open up a bit more when he was around. So this went on for about a month, and then Dave started trying to hit on me.
Okay, let's recap quickly here. He has stalked her with multiple profiles to find out who she is as a person, where she works, gone to a place where she knows that her coworkers and her hang out, and befriended one of her coworkers just to go on a date with her.
Yep. It's way past the line of this could be romantic.
Oh, it was past the line when she started creating profiles.
As soon as we started this next page, it crossed the line.
Insane behavior.
Again, Dave was not a bad looking guy, but he just wasn't my type. After a month or two, I eventually agreed. As mentioned before, I was drunk and having terrible luck in the dating game. My quote, bad luck was actually Dave's fake profiles.
Oh.
I kept chatting with guys who I thought I would have gotten along with. In some cases, we chatted for weeks. And then when it was time to finally meet, I kept getting blown off. It was a huge hit to my self-esteem. One night, after waiting for over an hour for my date to show up, I finally went back to my car and just cried. I just could not understand it, and honestly started having doubts about myself. One particularly cruel episode was after another date with one of Dave's fake profiles. I received a text message which said something like, I didn't look as good as my pictures, and accused me of catfishing him.
Are you fucking kidding me? Could you imagine having to take someone down this many notches just to get a fucking date with? You must be a fucking pathetic piece of shit.
100%.
Oh my God. Fuck this person.
And
this is like manipulation and 10,000 times. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I think this was our highest rated, highest upvoted, just because it's so shocking how evil and manipulative this guy is.
Yeah, I looked at it. It almost has 400,000 total views.
Holy.
Yeah. This, the next week during one happy hour, it was when I finally agreed to go on that date with Dave. I guess he essentially tore me down so that I would feel like shit and agree to go out with him.
Jesus.
When I asked him about all the different phone numbers, he claimed that he had bought a few burner phones. Like, what the actual fuck?
What? Like, I know he's drunk, but admitting all this, you have to know you're insane, right?
Right? Saying it out loud. You got to be like, not only saying it out loud to your wife, but also like he gave the same advice to his little brother and steered his little brother down.
Yeah.
What seems like a fucking terrible path.
Holy.
Is this Joe Goldberg?
Yeah. The top comment in our subreddit was like, how very you of this.
Oh my God.
But wait, it somehow gets worse.
How?
Something I had never told Dave about was that when we first started dating, I was actually talking with somebody else.
Oh.
I was not completely into Dave like he was into me at the beginning. So when this gorgeous guy started messaging me on the dating site I was using, I started to chat with him. After constantly being blown off on dates, I was very cautious when I was talking to Alex, who I guess is the attractive man that she's messaging. So even though things seemed to be going well, I still kept talking to Dave at the same time. I just wanted to be sure that Alex wasn't another asshole before I made any decisions with Dave.
I like how he's torn her down this much and she's still like, nah, you're still my backup plan. That's so fucking funny.
She had a gut feeling that this was a fucking menace.
Oh,
So Alex and I went on our first date and it was absolutely great until the very end. The date was off to such a good start because one, he actually showed up, lol. And two, he was even more handsome in real life. I could not believe that someone like him was interested in someone like me. Oh, what happened?
He said he's even more handsomer in person now. It's like Josh.
And then I said, you don't know that.
Yeah, this could be a filter this whole time.
It is.
I couldn't believe that someone like him was so interested in someone like me. As I said, my self-esteem was absolutely in the gutter by now. So the date goes great. We get along. We're laughing, staring into each other's eyes. I haven't felt this kind of connection ever. I remember that my heart fluttered and I even got butterflies in my stomach. I honestly thought that it was love at first sight. Up until the end, it was a really magical night, like something out of a movie. We had a couple glasses of wine, but neither of us were drunk, but we were feeling good. After we got out of the bar, we started making out a bit in the parking lot behind the bar.
Nice.
I just felt so good in that moment, and I really thought that I had finally found a guy who I connected with, and it had been a while since I had been with anyone, so I lost myself a bit in the passion and suggested that Alex come home with me. I still remember the way that his face dropped. His beautiful blue eyes just became cold as ice, and his body began tensing up. He stepped back and said, quote, "Sorry, I'm not into sluts," end quote.
Oh.
And walked off.
Jesus.
It was one of the most devastating moments of my life. I never would have guessed that something like that would happen. Not after the night we just shared, and I honestly was in shock. I thought it was maybe just a stupid joke, but he seriously just turned and walked away. After what felt like forever, I realized that he wasn't coming back, and I swear I had a full-on breakdown. I remember that my stomach just felt like someone had punched me and began to painfully twist it. I couldn't breathe and began to full-on sob. I don't remember if anyone saw me or not, but no one came up to me or said anything. I cried all the tears that I could, and after there was nothing left, I managed to catch my breath after a while and finally walked home. I had some very dark thoughts that night, and I couldn't stop beating myself up, ruining what I thought was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Honestly, even during my marriage, I still frequently thought about Alex. For me, he was the one that got away, and I blamed myself for years.
I'm not laughing because that is a horrible thing that happened to you, and Alex is a piece of shit for doing that. It is just funny that you're in your marriage and you're just like, damn, that's the one that got away.
The guy that manipulated the fuck out of you and had to do all of the most heinous evil things to get a single date with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still has somebody else in her thoughts.
Sorry. It's not funny. It is not a funny story. That was just,
it's just absurd.
It's
this
funny.
whole story is absurd.
Wouldn't it be a plot twist if fucking the husband hired that Alex guy?
That's where I'm thinking it's going, and that's even darker.
Is that okay? Let's Sean finish.
Sean finish. It's a long story.
I got 1.5 pages left.
Oh God, it gets so much worse.
I guess I should mention that Saturday night when I went out with Alex, I had actually canceled plans with Dave.
Suck it, Dave.
When he texted me the next day to go mini golfing, I was all but too happy to go. Looking back, I seriously attached myself to Dave after that incident, and our so-called fairy tale love grew from then on. Now, why is the whole Alex thing worth mentioning? Last night, when Dave was proudly telling me that he had done all of this in order to be with me, he mentioned that he even once paid a guy to date me.
There it is.
No.
There it is. That was Alex.
When
Holy
I inquired
shit.
further, he told me about how Alex was actually paid by Dave to go out on a date with me.
Fucking knew it.
The idea was to do a couple of dates and then for Alex to ditch me, I guess to wreck my self-esteem maybe? I don't know.
Oh my God.
But I was in such absolute shock. I had never mentioned Alex to Dave, and we had only exchanged messages for a couple of weeks, and there was only one date. I didn't want Dave to know that I had been talking to other guys in the beginning, so of course I wasn't going to mention it. So that just made everything way too real.
Oh,
It's
is
a
that
lot.
the end?
Nope. Dave seemed to have found it funny, as he was still telling me how he reached out and found some broke, aspiring male model who lived in a city a couple hours away. He offered to pay this guy to set up a profile, chat with me, and then go on a few dates. I don't know if Alex was just desperate for cash or an asshole, but either way, he agreed to the proposition. Per Dave, the idea was that Alex would, after a few dates, basically start to act like an asshole and eventually ghost me. Per Dave, this was so that I could, quote, learn to appreciate what I have rather than chasing a fantasy, end quote. However, Alex saw an opportunity right away when I threw myself at him, and he took it. I asked why he would do something like that, and Dave's response was that I was, quote, a dumb girl who was chasing guys outside of her league, and that I needed a reality check to see that the best guy for her was right in front of her.
Says the guy that had to do the most to get this girl to go on a date with him. Fucking check yourself, dude. The most surprising thing about this whole story is that you had typed it all out and that you aren't in jail for fucking murdering him, because that's the first thing I would do. Just instantly. Holy fuck. Fuck this guy.
This guy is probably definitely like in the top tier of just straight evil demon people that we've had.
It's on the level, it's farther than this, but it's on the same psychopathic level as the alarm clock husband.
Yes.
Who adjusted this is manipulation on their life and their psyche. Like, you are fucking them up for life, trauma that they're never they're going to have a hard time recovering from, just so that you can fucking get a date with a girl. Like, dude, find someone who's interested in you.
All the energy that you've had doing this shit, just fucking put it on bettering yourself. I am drained just listening to this shit.
It's a lot, and I apologize.
There's a lot I wanted to say, but I don't want to.
I'm angry.
Almost done. Up until now, I think I had been smiling and generally in disbelief about the whole thing, which I think only encouraged him to keep going and going. But the story about Alex horrified me. I literally had a panic attack after that night with Alex. And looking back at it now, I don't think my self-esteem/confidence ever recovered from that incident. I asked David how much he had paid Alex, and he told me $1,000. Jesus. Now,
that's crazy.
After Dave admitted about Alex, I immediately went upstairs and went to bed. I guess Dave had a couple more beers and passed out on the couch. I saw him this morning, and he is painfully hungover. I have only one other time in my life seen him as drunk as he was last night, and it was many years ago. I want to ask him again if it was all true about what he said last night, but I know it has to be. He knew way too many details. Or he's too hungover anyway to have a coherent talk right now. Plus, he could just say that he doesn't remember anything. I don't know what to do, or even if there is anything to do. I am horrified and absolutely shocked about what I have learned. I suppose that I had overly romanticized our relationship and marriage, but now it just doesn't seem real at all. But I have to admit that I am very perversely kind of flattered. My husband is not a lazy man, but he struggles to make and keep plans. The story that he told last night seems almost unbelievable. And like I said, if it wasn't for the details, I would say there was no way that he was capable of such a thing. That a man would spend so much time and effort just to be with me, although creepy, also seems a bit romantic, maybe?
No.
Wait a goddamn minute. Hold on. Wait. You had me in the front.
No.
I was with you for a minute. It seemed like you liked this shit.
2 more paragraphs. I don't want to bring any of this up to my friends or family, so the internet seems to be my best option. I guess I'm looking for some outside perspective on this. Maybe see if this is normal at all? I mean, have any guys out there manipulated certain situations or events, albeit to an extreme degree, just to be with a girl? Ladies, do you know if your man has ever done something like this? Up until last night, I had a great loving husband, a beautiful family, and a life that most would kill for. Technically, nothing has changed except what I now know. Since everything was so good, do I even ever bring it up again? Perhaps I should just accept that my husband wanted me this badly that he went to absolutely insane measures to make sure it happened, and just be happy with this great life that I have now? I just don't know. Maybe I should see a therapist. Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
Yes.
Get therapy. I just feel so lost right now. I have no idea what to do or if there's anything to do. Too long didn't read. Found out that my husband stalked and manipulated me in the beginning of our relationship, including catfishing me and even paying someone to go on a date with me and be a jerk just so that I would fall in love with him.
I just don't understand how she reads that back and doesn't at minimum get like an ick. At maximum, realize that he's a psychopath and he should be in jail. He literally he tormented you, brought your self-esteem down with different people that you saw yourself like falling for and wanting to go on dates with, and then just constantly bringing your your ego down and like your self-esteem down until you were at the most vulnerable. And then you were like, all right, let's try this out because I have no other options. Like, that's not a good reason to stay with someone. You should realize that, there are other options out there. I just was looking at false options, and it's nothing to do with me. My husband manipulated me into believing that I had no other options.
And it was months and months of
and
doing
paying
this.
someone $1,000 to
That is insane.
like just shit on your self-esteem. I truly don't know what else to tell you other than this is not normal, and this should never be normal. This is like back in the day when your grandfather, and I think we brought this up on the show before, but your grandfather would be like, "Oh, I badgered your grandmother for years until she finally went." Like Glenn on Superstore when they're trying to figure out what sexual assault in the workplace is, and he's just like, "Yeah, my father, who was Jerusha's boss, made her go out with me," and he's like, "Yeah, that's assault."
No.
And then he's on the phone with her later. "No, you don't understand. Our marriage is a lie."
Yeah. I need to rewatch Superstore. But yeah, this guy is gotta be like top 3 worst people we've ever read. Like, right?
Insane.
Like, this is pretty fucking insane. It's so insane that I think like there's like gotta be a chance that this is just like fake, right? Like, I would hope so. You know what I mean?
I do always hope that for the most heinous stories, because I'm like, there's
no way, right?
But at the same time, it's like there is that chance that it is true, and it's just like
it could be one of those situations. Like, to me, the top 3 that we've ever covered, and this might be jumping ahead of. They might ask us this on our live stream down in the future, but the Dyson story, the other long Dyson story that Sean covered when he was like gonna find out that wife was cheating and ended up like doing all these heinous shit to the wife. The Dyson story, the alarm clock guy, and then this is
I don't know if the
bad.
Dyson one is that.
Wait, is the Dyson one where he sexually abused his wife?
Yes.
Oh,
that one was
terrible.
bad. That was terrible.
I did not want to read that, but again, that was like the highest.
That was the top. That was the highest thing too. So these are like the top 3 fucking
Jesus,
crazy shit.
I'm
telling you guys, I remember all the stories that we've covered.
I was gonna say, I forget most of them, so I don't know.
Yeah. Like me and Josh said earlier, like we forget as soon
I remember it all.
We're done. And then John remembers everything. Encyclopedia Jones over here.
I'll have to go through our TikTok and just see the top ones because they're usually the most insane ones.
It's bad.
That is
I got
terrible.
no words. I mean, of course, like the first advice that I would give to OP is definitely seek help, seek therapy, because from what the boys were saying, and this is not, I don't know if that's a Stockholm syndrome is something that you can diagnose or some shit like that.
Oh, for sure. We're not.
Yeah,
we're not
I also
people that can
don't
diagnose
know. That's our
yeah. I don't know if that's like a thing, you know,
a real thing.
And that's us always us saying that like this.
Wait, that's a real thing
like,
though.
It is a real thing, but I'm saying like a diagnosable stuff.
I also think it's like I don't actually know if the actual what people use it for usually is actually what it is.
Oh, like the meaning might be different from the actual thing.
But definitely seek like professional help, because right now, like, you're kind of living in a fantasy world because you're trying to
the true
act like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. And to me, hearing it kind of in the very end is as it slowly shifted to like, hey, maybe this is a good thing because like he loves me so much that he would go to the distance. That's trauma response, because every situation leading up to how you felt when you last wrote that sentence was he created every single scenario of that shit.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't really know what good is, because it's been fabricated for the whole relationship you guys had. So definitely seek some sort of help, and hopefully that professional help can give you some clarity. It's easy for us to say, leave this fucker, he's insane, but maybe you enjoy your life, but seek some help.
For sure. Therapy may.
Yes,
I would say divorce right away, but I mean, I don't know. There's kids involved, and it always gets tough. I would divorce right away for sure.
Yeah.
But if they're, worst case scenario, at the very least, couples therapy.
I was going to say,
for me, I would say just fucking run. This is batshit insane. This guy is like we said, top 3 worst people we've ever had.
And you don't know what he's going to do.
This is
you don't know what he's capable of. He lied all these years.
Yeah.
This is like some crazy true crime shit. Because what if it comes to a scenario where he becomes obsessed with someone else? And this is like crime of passion waiting to happen. And
or like he remembers
scary.
that he told you the night before and then gets like obsessive about it because he's like, oh, she's going to leave me now. And then like becomes weird. There's so many ways this could go. So I say at minimum, leave the house to get to a family member and stay there for a while.
But that's the scary part, though.
It's tough though with kids, though. He's kidnapping.
He's capable of going that distance to eventually find you.
Right. I'm just saying, give yourself the best chance.
Yeah,
right.
Safety for
tell
sure.
people, and then get out of that situation. I'm saying, give yourself a safety barrier and tell family and friends about it, and give yourself a safety buffer.
Yeah, this is insane.
God, this is nuts.
Yeah.
All right, with the crazy story that just happened and fucking 55 minutes into the podcast, it's finally time for an ad break, guys. So,
actually, give your advice. Give your advice down below when that story. I want to hear what the Wikimaniacs have to think about it.
Oh my God.
Absolutely shocking. The next 2 stories are short and are not terrible. So
good.
We'll bring it back up before we end the episode and before we get into this day in history. But before we do that, we got to hit an ad break. See you soon. And we're back. Let's pick up the vibes a little bit, guys. Not only do I have story number 3, but I have a does this guy fuck?
Ooh.
So here we go. This is posted on our own subreddit from Phoebe the Fan. This is a man's heart winces in pain at the sight of a stranger's smile.
It's posted on ours, so this is a Wikimaniac story?
Oh, no. So this is posted from a Wikimaniac, but it looks like they got this
Screenshots.
from a Facebook, but I don't know if it's from their Facebook.
It would be Facebook
feed, or they got it from another Reddit. But this is a Facebook post.
It's either Facebook or Twitter. It seems to be the main 2.
Yeah, there's
that
a
seems
blue
to be
check mark.
Neckbeard's main.
That America flag beside the name.
America flag or blue check marks for sure. Does not fly.
Here we go. No check marks, no American flags in this one.
Damn.
No check marks on Facebook though. So
yeah, there are no check marks on Facebook
yet.
Or are there?
I don't know.
Instagram,
I don't
think
know.
yes.
Instagram for sure.
Ryan has a check mark.
Yeah, Ryan got one, and it's not because he's famous.
No, he's famous.
He will be soon. Living that Bali life.
Those Bali TikToks, reels. Follow my guy Ryan, guys. He needs more followers at I am Ryan J.
There we go.
He was ready for that promote. God,
I gotta give my boys.
Will he listen though?
No, absolutely not. Okay, here we go. Let's just hop right into this Facebook post.
Oh, neckbeard.
I'm standing in line at the coffee shop, and some petite cutie with bright blue eyes, curly, dirty blonde hair smiles at me. My heart literally winces in pain, and I fight the urge to karate chop her out of self-defense.
What the fuck?
Sorry, but go hurt someone else. I don't need your help. Peace sign emoji. Take your home from college, quote, hot girl summer, quote, somewhere else, boo. I'm not entertaining your ego. I don't want to be friends. And I'm not this like I cried to do this voice. It kind of hurts.
You do it wonderfully.
Thank you.
did really well.
I'm glad it's appreciated by some. I know my wife hates it. Absolutely despises this.
They're popular TikToks.
Okay. I'm glad it's working. I don't want to be friends. And I'm not following you on Insta because I truly do not care where your butt cheeks are going on vacay this time. Leave me in peace. My New Year's resolution was to do 2K23 single. And honestly, it isn't hard when you're pent up with hurt and disappointment. I'm doing so much better this year than I have ever been. Making more money than I ever had. Pursuing things that make me happy. And focusing on myself. I don't need a friend group. And I certainly don't need a girlfriend. I'm not interested in making new friends, and I'm not interested in meeting, quote, the one, quote. I don't trust any of you, period. Oh.
This dude is insane.
So before we get into, just talking about what a mess this human being is, does this guy fuck?
Never.
Apparently
not.
not.
Oh,
By his
not in
own
2023.
accord. Not in 2023.
Yeah, he definitely chose.
By choice?
not
It's
to.
all choice. For sure it is.
This dude is projecting so hard onto this woman who's just standing in line at a coffee shop. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Standing in line and smiled at him. Literally, that's it. It could have been
normal thing?
the white man smile, the little
Probably was.
no teeth smile and nod, and then
Yeah.
he goes onto Facebook and writes this manifesto of sorts.
Unhinged manifesto. That was just about to say a manifesto.
Oh
This
my
is-
god!
Like the projection is insane. It's like, yeah, you're allowed to be single and not want, if a woman hits on you,
Totally fine.
Totally fine.
which is not what she did. I want to make that very clear. Not at all what she did. But just projecting your insecurities onto this random woman who smiled at you. God forbid.
Guys, you know how many people I fucking smile at? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to
Nancy,
fuck
are you hearing
everybody.
this?
I'm not trying to
Hey,
fuck
Nancy
everyone
about
I
to
smile at.
Nancy about to throw hands.
No.
Kicks
Who
the
the
door
fuck
down.
are you
What the
smiling
fuck
at?
did you do, Sean?
But yeah, it's
I
just
am
a
curious,
friendly
though.
thing to do. So it is wild to just...
Yeah.
I am
Go ahead,
pretty
John.
curious. Does Josh have a neckbeard voice?
Do I have a neck beard? Not as good as that.
You gotta try it. One day you gotta try it.
Okay, I'll work on it and I'll come back with one.
I'll come back. Don't put him on
Practice
the
in
spot.
Yeah.
I feel mine would just sound like Jordan Peterson or something like that. That's what I would go for. But yeah, that is just insane to project that hard on someone for such a small interaction.
The tiniest interaction.
No
Whenever I
wonder
read
women
these things...
are always afraid of men. Like
Yes.
it's just so obvious.
so close to just going off the fucking deep end. Literally a smile created this in his head.
He literally said it took all his strength not to punch her or hit her, whatever he said.
Karate chopper.
A karate chopper in the
sorry.
throat.
Even more neckbeardy, my bad. Oh,
Dude,
God.
it's just like whenever I read these things that get posted on this thing, I'm like, at what point do they read this and then be like, yeah, fucking full send it, bro? Like, that's the vibe, bro. This is, people are going to love this shit.
I'm definitely going to look cool in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking told this hot
Unhinged.
girl a karate chopper on the throat for smiling at me. Like, what? At what point do you have to be embarrassed? Because you should be embarrassed immediately.
Yeah. Hopefully he learns and grows as a human being and is.
I don't know. It has
Single.
25 likes on it.
Well, that just means it's his Facebook friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who are probably also kind of the same.
Guaranteed they're
same
incel.
Even
crowd.
though he's writing, I don't trust any of you, period, at the end. Still got
I
25 fucking likes somehow. I don't know.
I know goddamn well this fool's musty as fuck.
Yeah. Go back to your basement.
Musty as well,
Absolute.
like monster.
I say it as I'm in my basement.
Drinking a Monster Energy.
Yeah. Smell
Kyle.
like axe.
Kyle?
All right.
All right. Last story of the day before we hop into this day in history. We have a woman visits her boyfriend's ex, cross-posted from Death Twinkle 6. They got it from r/wholesome memes.
Okay. Could be good.
I think I've seen this one.
You might have seen this one. It's titled,
I have.
That's Called Support.
Oh yeah, I definitely seen this one.
John,
Yeah,
read it from memory.
Well, it's basically a woman.
No, I'm kidding.
in
I
a
want Sean to tell the story.
because damn, because I could actually
going dead ass in.
I don't want secondhand knowledge. I want it from the source.
Okay, so it's basically a picture of a man with balloons at a tombstone, a gravesite. Mm-hmm. And the post says, supporting my man while he wishes his ex a happy heavenly birthday. And they write a caption, no, I did not know her, or have I ever met her in my life. But I know that she had my man's heart before she left. So with that being said, I support whatever it is that he wants to do. He asked me to go with him to place some flowers at her grave for her birthday. I said yes, of course, but me being me, aka extra as fuck, I said, she needs some balloons too, and her favorite colors as well. When he brought her flowers and balloons, I said to myself, you know what? I don't even know you, but happy birthday. I'm buying you some balloons and flowers too. I got him. He's in good hands. So, happy heavenly birthday, boss bitch chick. I heard so many good things about you, so keep applying pressure in heaven and all of that. Heart emoji.
God
I
damn.
fucking love that. That's what you call that's what you call an emotionally strong partner.
Yeah.
Both of them actually. The fact that the was it the husband or the male significant other was so comfortable enough to say like, hey, she was a big important part of my life. This is something that I gotta do, and it's never gonna go away. And the fact that the partner is also emotionally mature and be like, bitch, you gotta get her some balloons too.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. That's a strong relationship, you could tell. And there's definitely communication that was established when that happens. I fucking love that.
That is beautiful. And we've done stories where it's like an ex has passed and the significant other is like, how fucking dare you go visit their grave or whatever. Like,
right.
This is what those stories should be. This is like the healthy version of those stories where it's like, you support your partner and realize that like they're this is their trauma and they're trying to honor this person and it has nothing to do with you. It's their, it's and just support them through that. And so you are a wonderful person, OP, for doing that and suggesting the balloons and flowers. That's awesome.
Stay being extra. That's probably like your most like beautiful quality is being extra. So I love that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's it for the Reddit readings this week. We're going to hit a quick ad break and then hop into the wonderfully written This Day in History. Of course, always from the amazing Underbaki. And we'll see what happened on This Day in History when we're back. Welcome, Wikimaniacs, to another This Day in History segment written by the amazing Underbaki. It's your boy, Sean. And if this is your very first This Day in History, well, this is a segment that allows your boys to take a break from the assholes that we chat about or roast during the show and to educate not only you, but ourselves on what historical event took place on this day. From famous births, deaths, and every murder trial or invention in between, we've covered some wild stories during the segment before. Today's date is June 12th, 2023, and for today's feature, we are back in the realms of true crime to discuss the tragic murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. To kick off today's feature, let's learn a bit more about Nicole and Ronald. Nicole was born on May 19th of 1959 in Frankfurt, West Germany, to parents Juditha and Louis. Louis was from the United States and so the family seemingly relocated from Frankfurt to the Dana Point area within the state of California sometime in 1963. Ronald, on the other hand, was born on July 2nd of 1968 in Chicago, Illinois. Based on his Wikipedia page, Ron grew up in the community of Buffalo Grove before his parents divorced in 1974. Ron seemingly grew up with his father, Frederick. Ron, Frederick, and Ron's younger sister would eventually relocate to Southern California, where Ron was 18 years old. Nicole would go to work on as a waitress at a private club known as the Doozy. This is where she met her future husband, Orenthal James Simpson, aka OJ. OJ Simpson was an American football running back playing for the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Then 18-year-old Nicole hit it off with then 30-year-old OJ in 1977. The two reportedly began dating despite OJ still being married to his first wife, Margaret? I'm not sure. Probably Margaret. Margaret sounds correct. Anyways, Margaret was still pregnant with their third child, that being their daughter Erin. OJ and Margaret would be divorced by March of 1979. Nicole and OJ would marry in February of 1985, and the two would go on to have 2 children of their own. But the marriage was not as blissful as many assumed. There have been numerous resources claiming that the marriage was plagued with domestic abuse, cheating allegations, and utter heartbreak. Nicole would file for divorce from OJ in February of 1992 after being married for 7 years. Around the transition from spring to summer of 1994, Ron entered Nicole's life. Then 25-year-old Ron was reportedly working as a waiter at the time he met 35-year-old Nicole. Many automatically believed the two were romantically together. However, resources claim that the dynamic between the two was strictly platonic. One article by J.E. Reich noted, quote, "It's unclear how the two specifically met, but friends of Goldman who spoke with the Times stated that both had quickly grown close, but they were adamant that it was only a strictly platonic sense. One friend of Goldman's, Mike Pincus, stated that Goldman, quote, definitely would have told me if he was seeing O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, end quote, adding that, quote, whenever he was dating someone, we all knew about it, end quote. Nicole and Ron were friends. They would go out for meals together, work out together. All the while, Nicole was trying to remain a co-parent with OJ, which didn't sound easy based on research done for this segment. And then in parentheses, referring to the allegations of abuse, close parentheses. Jumping to the evening of Sunday, June 12, 1994, Nicole had had a meal with her mother at the Mezzaluna Trattoria, a restaurant located at 11750 San Vicente Boulevard in Brentwood, California. Ironically enough, this is where Ron was working at the time. Nicole's mother, Juditha, had accidentally left her glasses at the restaurant, which, upon discovery, Ron agreed to take the glasses to Nicole's after he was done with work. Ron reportedly left work before 10 p.m., stopped at his apartment, spoke to his roommate, and then headed to go to Nicole's. Nicole and Ron were found brutally stabbed to death on the walkway leading to the condominium at 875 South Bundy Drive. It's been noted that the local police found their bodies shortly after midnight. Due to his history of violence toward Nicole, OJ was deemed a prime suspect. OJ failed to turn himself in when asked to by authorities, which led to the infamous chase down where OJ was riding as a passenger with his friend Al Cowlings in Al's white 1993 Ford Bronco SUV. And an additional crime for people in Houston, this blocked the broadcast of the NBA Finals. And one of only 2 times that the Houston Rockets were allowed in the finals, we could not watch it because this was happening instead, which makes sense. This is terrible, but I digress. just a salty Houston fan. I was only 2 at the time, so it's not like I remember. But anyways, back to the story written by the amazing Underbaki. OJ would be arrested and tried for the murders of Nicole and Ron. By October of 1995, after a wild public trial that lasted nearly 9 months, OJ was controversially acquitted. His legal matters regarding Ron and Nicole didn't end there, though. By 1997, a civil trial filed by Fred Goldman, Ron Goldman's father, was had where the jury found OJ liable for the wrongful deaths of Brown and Goldman. The Goldmans were awarded $33.5 million in damages. Nicole would be laid to rest, eventually with her mother and father, in the Ascension Cemetery located in Lake Forest, California. Ronald would be buried in the Peace Brothers Valley Oaks Memorial Park, located in Westlake Village, California. That wraps up a very shortened version of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman's lives and their devastating murders. Make sure to let us know your thoughts on today's feature over on the Cultivate Network Discord channel, on the Reddit on Wiki's subreddit page, or on our various social media platforms. Today's true crime historical feature would not have been made possible without the following resources: Wikipedia, Britannica, Nikki Swift's website, findagrave.com, and the most important resource of them all, the amazing Underbaki, Alex Underbaki, host of the Weird Distractions podcast. Thank you so much for another banger, Alex. Love you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening and supporting the show. It means a lot to me and the boys, so thank you very much. And we're back.
Hi.
Wow, guys. What a long, exhausting episode.
It was a long episode.
It's a long recording day. It's been like 4 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
Friday
been a
one was
long
long
one.
too.
Yeah.
A little bit of trauma in the middle of there.
Little
Hopefully,
bit.
Yeah, a lot of bit of trauma. And then we brought it back up with some annoying neck beard / wholesome.
Yes.
I do appreciate when you do that, Sean. It leaves it on a good note.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, I
that.
try. Ever since Oops All Sad, it's I try to make it a point to try and pick the vibes back up. I can't leave it on a sad note,
Yeah,
or start on a sad note.
It really leaves me really sad on a Wednesday. I go back upstairs and like, fuck.
Let me trauma dump on Sia.
I need a walk.
But yeah, before we end the episode, boys, anything to any reviews, any notes, DMs, nice messages, mean messages, bad reviews,
So many
Venmos,
mean ones.
etc.
You want me to start first, Josh?
Yeah, go ahead, John. I know you have one.
Yeah. So this one, I'm debating. Should we say the name of who sent it? Or should we
No,
leave it
they said
anonymous?
don't.
No,
They said don't.
They said don't. They'll know who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll know who it is.
Yeah.
But this is from Wikimaniac, and
One of our $10 patrons.
Yeah.
one of our $10 patrons. And listen, everyone who's listening to this episode right now, this is just when you hear this is just like a true testament of how fucking wholesome this community is and how proud we are of like being a part of it. Not saying it's just great. And
We're
I'm just gonna
proud
read
daddies.
It. It's hard.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
are
We
proud
created
daddies.
this whole thing.
Don't call us daddy, though. I don't know
We're
how I
all
feel about that.
daddies together.
I'm fine. Call me daddy if you like. Poppy, don't call me tatai though. I will fight you. That is such an ugly word. Okay.
Nah,
Nah, Tata is ugly, bro.
Wait, is Tata like the Tita?
Tata is daddy in
that's
in
dad in
Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Just Thai.
yeah. Papa, Poppy, that's okay, but Tata, don't do it. But now that I say it, everyone's gonna call me that. So
Yeah.
All right. So this is from a Wikimaniac, and they wrote this on our pod page form. You'll know the reason why, but they put, "Hey boys, short time listener, first time caller. I'm reaching out because I can't seem to figure out how to send a message via Patreon. Anyway, I'm a $10 patron and I was hoping to cash in my Cameo reward. Here's the thing though. I was hoping you guys could give a shout out to Stevie from the Discord during the show. She seems to be going through some wicked shit and I was hoping you could just send some love. She's pretty active Wikimaniac on Discord. You don't have to say anything about me. Just send her some love. Make her feel valid." And this is from
That's awesome.
a $10 random Wikimaniac.
They use their own monthly benefit to help another Wikimaniac, and it's
Fucking beautiful.
heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's so heartwarming.
Shout out Stevie. You're you're one of the most active members of our community. And so I'm truly sorry what you're going through. I'm not going to list what you're going through because that's probably
Private.
not where we should be.
What you want to so you want to share, yes.
Yeah. So I apologize that you're going through that. By the sounds of it, you have many Wikimaniacs backing you and supporting you. So you got this amazing community behind you, and so shout out to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this is like a few weeks after everything happened. So I hope, one, you're feeling better about that shitty situation. And two, I hope, if not, this can help rise your spirits a little bit to know that, you got a whole community ride or die with you right now. Just know that there are tons of people in the Wikimaniac community that truly,
cares,
love and value, you, and especially enjoy, your takes on how active you are in the Discord. And all I got to say is for all those people that suck, that they fucking suck, and they'll never get to enjoy dinner snacks again because fuck them.
Sean,
you got your chosen family with the Wikimaniacs and with other people, and we got your back. Fuck everybody else.
Sean, you have such a way with words.
It's
I do what I can.
Stevie, I don't have much to say. I talk to you pretty much every day, so you know what I always say to you. Hi, Stevie, and you know what that means. So, but I don't want to speak for the boys, but the Wikimaniac who sent this, if you ever want to request something that's freaking awesome. And if you want to redeem your or cameo shout out, let us know.
Yeah, we'll do something else too.
We always do something stupid or crazy, so just let us know what you want, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, with that, I've got a couple of reviews here. I wanted to get to a couple, but I don't know if we have time, so I'll go through two, and then I have a little story to tell you guys that I haven't actually told John or Sean yet either. So, wow. First one is 5 stars. It's from Joey P on our website.
Nice.
And it's titled Stuck in My Head. I absolutely love your podcast. I found you on TikTok, and I was worried when I saw 3 guys with microphones, but I was pleasantly surprised.
It's valid.
If we had a nickel for every time we heard that, we'd be rich.
It'd be sweet.
Make it $1 at least.
We can afford to be patrons of our own Patreon.
I've started listening to you guys on the way to and from work, and you're stuck in my head. When I've been reading words, I'll hear like out and about in a Canadian accent.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hyphens are now mid-scores, and words like distraction are now distract Sean. And yet I keep listening because you guys are so hilarious, and it's nice to see proof that emotional, mature men exist. You make my days brighter, so thank you for all you do.
Why are you dapping?
We're bringing it back.
I've just joined the Discord and become a patron, so I'm super excited to see what comes next.
Purple Heart.
Double dab, dude.
Double dab.
Yeah.
And this last one's kind of a pat on the back for myself,
of course.
You didn't get that enough from the 1-star review earlier?
No, I didn't.
Right? Fucking selfish bastard.
This one's a 5-star, and it's from one nerdy boy on Apple Podcasts, and said, I started listening because of clickbait headlines.
You do make some good ass headlines, bro.
I make all the titles. So, John makes the thumbnails though, so I got to give him credit for that.
I supply vibes. You know what I mean?
You supply the quotes,
the pictures
that sometimes turn into the titles.
Yeah, that sometimes turn into the titles. Okay, all right.
I started listening to this podcast because they're masters of drawing your eye. They kept coming up in my recommended podcasts on Apple for ages, but I finally saw a title that I couldn't pass up. My husband is cheating on me with my mother, or something to that effect, which actually is Sean's story that he picked.
Sean's story, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the 3 boys.
Dab.
Stop bringing it. Stop trying to make that happen
All right.
again.
Last dab.
The 3 boys and their occasional guests always have some pretty solid input into the stories they read, but above all, they give me a fix of other people's drama that I desperately need. I
That's
listened.
true. I don't have drama in my life, so
There.
I listened for them. I listened to them for a week and immediately became a patron. They're great. The Discord community is
I
pretty
love
dope
the
too.
immediate patrons.
So shout out to them. Peace and thumbs up emoji. Or wait, yeah, it's thumbs up. It looked like this
Thumbs
one for
up.
like punk rock.
Oh, the Shaka.
I think it's the thumbs up.
Is that punk rock? I always thought
baby.
this was like surfer, dude.
What's punk rock? Is this punk rock? This
This is
rock.
punk rock.
My bad.
Yeah.
So
Devil's
thank you-
horns.
Thank you, One Nerdy Boy, for that amazing review. And then one story I got that I meant to tell last week, but I forgot. So Sienna and I went to a wedding a couple weeks now that this has come out. And at our table, we were sitting down and it was like, not Sienna's relative, but it was like relative of someone there. Anyway, we didn't really, I didn't really know them. And we're sitting there, we're talking and we eat dinner. And at one point she goes, "Are you on TikTok?" I'm like, and I go, "Yeah, I am." And she's like, "You do Reddit stories, right? Like, am I the asshole, right?" And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And she's like, "You've come up on my For You page so many times." And she's like, "I've been trying to place you all night." So, shout out to Olivia for being the first person to ever recognize me in public outside of friends and family. So,
That's where it starts, bro. It's happening.
very cool.
It's
Fame.
happening.
I don't know
The
if
fame.
she listens to the podcast, but she definitely listens on TikTok.
It's
so,
all good.
yeah,
It's all
shout
good.
out. And that was the story. I didn't even tell you guys about that. I meant to.
That's live.
Yeah, live on
Has
this.
not happened to me at all.
Not yet for me either. I've had people DM me like old friends.
Yeah, I've had
be like,
friends
"Wait,
that I
hold on."
know.
Yeah, friends of friends being like, "Hey, is this you?" or whatever, or like friends I haven't talked to in a long time being like, "Hey, you
Same.
came up on my boyfriend's TikTok or my girlfriend's TikTok," you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's
I've
cool."
had friends of friends be like, "Hey, is Sean on a thing? Is Sean on TikTok or something?" Because either he has a twin or he's like pretty popping.
He has the most chapped lips I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen more chapped lips, and I knew that was him.
No, you've been
One of
killing
my
it.
one of my coworkers actually listens to us. It was
Oh,
funny.
really?
I was like, "Oh my god, you know about me?" I was like, "Hey, don't tell anybody."
Wait, before you started working there, or like after?
Or right when we started working, it was like, "Yeah, I see you a lot." Actually, she said, "I see you a lot on Instagram." I'm
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, nice.
That's cool.
The
Yeah.
algorithm.
Maybe
Yeah.
Instagram is next for us, guys.
Maybe.
Maybe,
Fingers
hopefully.
crossed.
That's all I got. Sorry.
Oh,
Close it.
well, that's it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. If you need more Reddit on Wiki, we're coming at you on Wednesdays now with bonus episodes every week.
For $10.
If you're a $10 patron.
If you're a patron, yeah.
And then if not, we'll see you on Friday. If you need even more, we have all our links in the show notes down below. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys later this week. Love ya. Bye.
I guess I'll dab with Sean.
Dab.
Yeah.
On him. Dab
Oh,
on him.
God.
Yeah.
How was
Later.
this ever cool?
We can't end this episode without saying thank you to the wonderful Wikimaniacs that makes this show possible. Without your support and your monetary contributions, we wouldn't be doing this, guys, because it's a lot of work. But thank you so much for all your support. And we're going to give you guys a shout out like what we always do on Mondays. So I'm going to give Josh a reprieve today and read it in order so it's not confusing for him. So starting out from our latest, starting out with Fly, Baby Love, and T-Rex Ties. Test 44, Victoria, John, Sarah, Anonymous, good one, Bliss, Mandy, West Coast Woods, Brittany, Lou Ariel, Natalie, Chris, Alex, Celine, Anne-Marie, Jade, Sophia, Loki, Anna Marie, Kristen, Emily, Joey, Elizabeth, Melissa, Tara, Emily, Xiahon. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Kismo, Jen, Jessica, Roberta, Kaylee, Emily, Alyssa, Lorian, Joanne, Lauren, Pasta, Robin, Baby Groot 92, Astixia, Laura, Aurora, John, David, Daniela, Danella, Haley, K Rose, Norma, Arnolfo, Shannon, Michelle, Karen, Alina, Janelle, Ezra, Cassidy, Jun, Wicked, Pippin, Karina, Nettie, I, lower score, am, lower score, your, lower score, mother, Allison, Ann, Chelsea, Melissa, Sheena, Mazapan, Micah, Courtney, Jackie, Annie, Nicola, Michelle, Christy, Melissa, Nicole, Ashley, Quarka, Bertrand, Farrell, Taylor, Tanisha, Becky, Marissa, Lizzie, Chelsea, Annette, Ashley, Addie, Ayana, Michelle, Caitlin, Rich Cat Lady, yay for the rich, Katie, Raina, Christy, Saraya, Alicia, Akisuda Hatter, Annie, Elizabeth, Silja, Liv, Chels, Toxic, Cupcake, don't eat that, Lauren, Maria, Stan Lee, Stacy, Bree, Catherine, Emma, Allison, Krissa, Feed Ducks 33, Andrea, Lydia, Susie Q, Peyton, Loba, Luana, Hannah, Leanne, Lisa, Kibra, Olina, Michelle, Aisha, Mary, Elizabeth, Tara, Tiffany, Tammy, Sabrina, Anna, Shenanigans, Alex, Ali, Lexi, Destiny, Sarah Lynn, Kellyanne, Leanne, Jessica M, Annie, Bree, Jessica, Ida, Tara, Heather, Pete Killer, Laurenie, Carissa, Girls Cupcake, Brittany, Jordan, Kaylee, Jam, Amy, Jesse, Classy, MacGyver, Sam, Tierra, Lily, Finch Fry, Edna, Kendall, Letty, Mary, Rich Person, nice, Emma the Asshole, yes you are for that name, Daisy, Sarah's Echo, Asialu, Lauren, Kim and Kev, Angel, Hope, Jamie, Ruzarayan, Hannah, Mid-Drake, Warren, Don Lore, Salma, Javier, Kitty, Kate, Color Rouge, Kenzie, Noah, Lily, Jan, Tucka, Sophie, Kristen the Great, Bailey, Marissa, Gabby, Holly, Lucia, Evelyn, Sierra, Cheryl, Kristen, Torek, Melissa, Carolyn, Julie, Emily, Lunar, Eclipse, Alyssa, Agatha, Artina, Sheila, Mickey, Tartan, Flare Prime, Zoe, Aber, Kakernizhny, Moody Tacos, Vicky, Ling, Galaxy, Sammy, Be So Happy, Jen, Isabel, Mama Deb, Pikaya, Sarah, aka The Runt, Blue, Alex, Morgan, Tree the Busy Bee, Sarah, Bad Panda, where's the good panda? Alexa, Carolina, Sarah, Jojo, Bree, Purple DC Bones, Michael, Philip, Melissa, Shannon, Sierra, Emily, Taylor, Little, 5128, Gold, Ashley, Robert, Sam, Lindsay, Audrey, Nick, Nathimi, Karadim, Riker, Stephanie, Jackie, Olga, Mackenzie, Sabrina, Lily, Pandemonium, the Cat, Jenny, April, Rachel, Tracy, Flossie, Savannah, Maria, Midscore, Mrs. Christine E2, Anastasia, Ashley, Antoinette, Taylor, Tara, Jessica, Bear, Mina, Sophia, Will, J, Rich, Mitzi, Jane, Sky Score, Witty Kitty, Dr. Duden, Stevie Rose, Meg, Mystery, Sierra, Cherise, Hyphen, Daya, Shell, Olivia, Taylor, Alexis, Unicorn, Candy, Bex, Graceful Duck 22, Phoebe, Roxy, Eliana, Asgier, Patty, Likachu, Nikita, Casey, Jenna, Issa Thunder, Poop, Tabitha, Jordan, Jory, Elizabeth, Chelsea, Leslie, D, Nate, Casey, Lonnie, Indira, Alexandra, Iona, Karen, Alyssa, Rebecca, Brittany, Siddhartha, Lillian, Sunnylicious, Supreme, Alyssa, Carol, Infamous, Hikari, Julia, Tegan, Linnea, Witty Meta, Sarah, almost there, Selena, Karina, Kite, Caitlin, Kelsey, Andrea, Jillian, Just, Erin, Kawina, Renee, Apolline, Rhonda, Stephanie, Queenie's Den, Christine, Juice Machine, Caroline, Rheasaurus, Mary Elena, Neen, Amanda, Shirtless, Josh, Stan, Jacqueline, Michelle, Allie, Ashley, Cecily, Haley, Brittany, Little Rosie, Saskia, Andy, Sky, Loselina, Amber, Noah, Itzel, Nelly, Sunny, Sasha, Zentalo, Caitlin, Casey, Ringo, Monkey, D, Dan, Rachel, Lofty Andy, Ekaterina, Jen, last page, Elizabeth, Charlie, Carter, Amber, Dominique, Marine, Tiffany, Risa, Drella, your girl Diana, Catherine, Diana, Lena, Naya, Eli, Ellie, Crystal, Danielle, Michelle, Alexis, Jasmine, Miss Doolittle, Marianne, Sarah, Free Gnomes, Phantom Fox 98, Dan, Christina, Blue Raina, Katie, Yulia, Micah, Valentina, Alex, Taru, Aaron, Gabby, Lindsay, and Dina. Holy crap. That's a lot of patrons. Love y'all, Wikimaniacs. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and hope you enjoy the show this Friday. Bye.
Just do it!
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.